Yeehaw! Welcome to Cooking with Papa Talk and Papa Talk's Kitchen. Today we got us up another special. We're going to be doing French onion soup, and we're going to be using leftover beef that we had for basically a Christmas dinner. Got a bunch of leftovers, so I'm going to cook that down and make a stock out of it. And we're going to make up a couple small things of French onion soup. And we got a couple of cast iron little skillets that we make our soup in, about a cup's worth in here. And they're perfect little appetizer before a meal. And I'll show you how to do that, but we're going to be using two of those. We're going to be using some yellow onions. We're going to be using some provolone cheese. And I'm going to make my stock up first, so let me get into that. But now, if you want to go ahead and make this without the beef to make your stock, you go on down to the store and pick up a box of beef stock, okay? And some bouillon cubes. Beef bouillon, you can get beef bouillon, chicken bouillon, but I got those down to Stop and Shop. So, but I got some beef over here. We're gonna carve up a little bit here. That's left over from a Christmas meal. We're gonna actually chop this right up. And I'm gonna put it in a pan. I'm gonna boil it down, make some stock. Then with the leftover beef that's in there, we can make a stew, we can make a beef soup, we can make beef pot pies, you know, things of that nature. And I'll be doing them on some future shows, so you know you'll see those on some shows too. But I'm gonna get this baby all cut up, and I'm gonna use some of my new knives that I got from Christmas. Let me get my binoculars on so I don't cut my finger off. We're gonna get these strings cut off, just like that. We're going to put a garlic clove in there too. Let me get the strings off there. We already have the bone cut off of this, so that makes it nice and easy. We can put that right into our pan. We got us a pan over here that we're going to make our stock with. So we're basically just going to throw that right in there and boil it down. And we're going to take a piece of this beef, like this, and we're going to cut this into chunks and put that right in there and get her boiling. That's going to make us a really nice stock. Now listen, don't forget when you're out in the grocery store and you see that food pantry box full of food in there for them hungry families that are out there, especially these days. Look at this baby cut with that new knife. We'll chunk them babies right up. I'm going to kind of cut them into cubes. And I can cut these up a little bit more after, but I just want to cube them up. This is going to give that stock some really nice flavor. Then we'll separate our meat out of here, actually. And we'll make our beef pot pies. We can make some stew. You can make your beef soup. You can take and freeze this stuff up for later. Put it into a Ziploc bag and freeze it up. Look at that. That's awesome. So we're going to throw that right in there. Just like that. Wipe our hands off a little bit. Let me get them wiped off. We're going to throw a bay leaf in here. Just for flavor. Just like that. Actually, we'll throw two in there. That was a small one. There we go. Oh boy, smell those bay leaves. They smell good. Then we're just going to fill this up with water, about 3/4, and we're going to start boiling this down. Now, we're going to take onion there, and I'm just going to chop that into a couple of quarter pieces, and I'm going to throw that right into my beef stock that we're going to be boiling up. And I'm going to get my binoculars on so I can see, and we're going to get this little hunk of garlic in there and get that cooking into it too for flavor. Put that right into the beef stock. And I'm just going to throw that whole chunk right in there. We'll let that boil right up. You know, put a top right on that. We'll boil that baby right up. Now what we're going to do while that's boiling is we're going to get that stuff out of the way. We're going to pull a couple onions up. Now, we're only going to be doing about 2 cups of this French onion soup. So I'm actually going to take 2 onions, okay? 1 and a 2. What I'll do is when we get that stock ready, is I'll put them right in there into the pan with some stock, and I'll bring them right up about almost 3 cups worth of stock in here. That way it'll cook down, and we'll pour it into our, I'll show you that when we get to it. But let's get the stock all done, and then we'll take it from there. All right, up and back. Been about an hour, and our stock's been boiled up a good hour now. So I'm going to get my onions cut, and we're going to get the onions all prepped up and put into that stock. We're going to boil them onions. Boy, I love these knives. We're just going to get the peels off. No big deal. And for you new cooks out there, that was very easy how I just did that. What we're going to do is we're going to take and cut these onions into rings, okay? Just like this, for you new cooks out there. Boom, 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 like that. We can cut a little bit off of the bottom here like this, making it flat. Bingo. We're just going to take these rings and we're going to put them into our stock here. Now you see our stock, how dark that is? I don't know if the camera can get the eyes on that, but that's our stock, okay? And that's cooked for an hour over there. We're going to break our onions right in there. We're going to start making our French onion soup. It's very, very easy. And like I said, you can use bouillon cubes and the beef stock if you don't have something to make your home stock with. But we love the onion, so I'm going to get another onion chopped into this too. Let me show you that for those new cooks out there. What I did is I cut the ends off the onion. Okay, 1 and 2. Be careful, you new cooks out there, don't cut your finger. Now we're just going to take this knife and I'm going to run it just through the first layer. Very simple. We're going to stick our finger right in there and break our skin away. Just like that. Very, very simple. There's all your onion all peeled and skinned. And we're just going to cut it into our rings. Just like this. Get some nice hunks too. Just like that. We get one more going here. Oh yeah. We'll get them babies poured in there. We're basically going to boil these babies right down to nothing. They're going to boil right up. So I'm going to get these on the stove. We're going to start cooking that stock up with the onions in it. That's what we're looking at right now. We're going to bring this up to a hard boil and we're going to boil them onions right up in there. So bring that right over and get it boiling. I'm going to put that right on high. We'll get us out of top. We'll put a top on that. Well, I'll clean this mess up and we'll be right back. Alright. Them onions are boiling up real nice over there. Now don't forget, you're going to need, gotcha, go to papabooks.net and check out the cookbook. Now we've got a new release coming out and I'm working with an agent right now. I'll put this back over here. And the new book's called Life with a Fisherman. And it's a quick read, you know, a couple hundred pages, maybe close to 300 pages. I forget how many it is. It's all been edited and it's getting ready to go to the publishers, and I'm working with an agent on that. So that's going to be going out into the bookstores, I'm hoping. And don't forget now, getting back to the French onion soup, that you got to have some croutons to go in that. Now you can use croutons that you pick up in the store over by the, you know, by the breads and things of that nature. Actually the same croutons you would use in a salad if you want to. Or you can take some bread, okay? Now I've actually made a loaf of homemade bread. And what I would do is I would cut a slice of this and I'll take the center of it out. I'll make a nice 3/4 inch thick piece and I'll put it right in here with my French onion soup before I cover it with cheese. And I'll show you that after. But we'll probably use one with the bread and one with the croutons, okay? And I want to take a minute and thank my sponsor. Now we've got a new sponsor for the show, and the name of them is AIM Heating and Cooling. And they're air conditioning company and a heating company on Martha's Vineyard. So keep your eyes out and give them guys a hand. They're basically sponsoring the show, and they're helping, you know, from what I understand, they're helping the food pantries and everything. So real nice of them. I just thank you all you guys at AIM. So let me go over here and check these onions.